Well, hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Lauren if you're new here. If you're not new here, then you may know how much I love indie makeup brands. And this is a brand that I actually haven't reviewed anything from in a hot minute. So let's talk about it. What are we talking about? We are talking about Lethal Cosmetics. Now, Lethal Cosmetics is an indie brand out of Germany. I don't see too many brands out of Germany. I think this is the only one that I can think of off the top of my head. And I used to be really into them. I have a ton of their single shadows, but I just really haven't bought anything from them lately until they released this palette. This is the Spellcraft palette. It even buttons like a book. Look how cute that is. And if you know me, you know I love purple. So when they launched this palette, I was like, yes, I absolutely need to get my hands on that. So I figured what we would do is we would just review the palette and do a look. Nothing crazy or anything like that, but just play around with it a little bit. And when I picked up this palette, I also decided to pick up one of their highlighters. They came out with a Avatar collection. So this is the White Lotus pressed highlighter. And it's got this like pink shift to it. And it just looked so pretty. So, you know, I was ordering all the way from Germany. I was like, might as well throw a couple other things in there. So we're gonna put this on my face as well. But yeah, just like a chill video today. I don't think I'm gonna do any swatches. I've been over swatching. Like, I don't know why. I feel like people will watch the swatches and then stop watching the video shortly after that because I mean, YouTube gives you kind of like the average watch time of each of your videos. So I'm like, maybe people are just bored of swatches. I don't know. Let me know if you are bored of swatches because I'm curious. I always like swatches. I think that kind of helps to see how the palette performs. But then again, I always say that swatching on your arm is not necessarily going to show you how the eyeshadow performs on your eyes. So you can't trust them 100%, but I'm telling you, that's how they sell me on some palettes with those swatches, you know? But yeah, I am going to put on some of my NARS lip oil because my lips are so gross right now. They feel so gross and I've been really loving this product so much. And then I think let's just get into a look with the palette. I went ahead and primed my eyes with my Guerlain Eye Stay Primer. This I got for such a great deal and I'm pretty sure it does not exist anymore because I can't find it anywhere, but it's a really good primer. So what kind of look are we going to do today? Valid question. Ooh, did not like being bent all the way back, but oops. Okay, I think let's go into Summon. I don't know, I'm kind of feeling that color. I think I'm just gonna swirl it at the end of my eyes, maybe, we'll see. Now, this palette retails for $49, I believe, and which isn't not bad. I don't think that's bad. And yeah, I'll have it linked below if you want to check it out. But I honestly have not picked up anything from Lethal in a minute, partly because while I liked their eyeshadow, it wasn't necessarily my favorite. I found that it was a little bit of a drier formula. I like things a little bit softer, so I'm curious to see how their formula has changed. Right now, I can tell you, this matte is going on really nicely. It's not going on like it's over powdery or overly dry. It's going on quite nice and it's blending out really beautifully. And it's just a really pretty color, so success. Next, I think what I wanna do is I wanna go into Ruin right here, which looks like a purpley red, maybe a little bit purple. And I'm going to kind of just deepen this look a little bit by adding it to the ends. But I mean, you're probably asking, Lauren, what changed your mind about this palette? Well, did you see it? It's beautiful. It just looked really good. And I actually, at the same time that I purchased this palette and the highlighter, I also ended up picking up like a mystery bundle from them. And that was really fun too. And it wasn't new products, but it was like a good assortment of products. So I think they did a really good job with their mystery bundle too. With these ones, I am just pressing them into my skin versus blending them out, and that is working really well for me. Sure. Let's go into Seance. This just looks like a really pretty color that I want to put on my face. I guess this is more of a pinky purpley look. Good for me for doing something different. I feel like the last few looks I've done, because I've just been in a purple mood, so they've been purple. Even when I go to work, I think it's Laura Mercier. I have a Laura Mercier pencil stick that I have been reaching for so much. It's just like a matte purple. It's so easy to apply and it lasts all day, which if you know, you know. On my oily eyelids, sometimes things do not want to stay. And I always go a little too far outside. There we go, that's better. I'm gonna go into this color up here, Familiar, and I'm gonna just take a little bit on my brush and kind of blend out the upper corners of this look because it's looking a little harsh and I don't want it to look quite this harsh. Why does that look blue? Is this dirty? Is that just me or does that look blue? I think it might just be me. Okay, I don't know why, but this occult color is really calling my name. Ooh, that's really pretty. It looks like it's got a little bit of a purple pinky sheen to it. I like it. Let's go ahead and put it just in the inner part of our eye, like that. And then I kind of want to go into Conjure. I really want to see what it looks like. Is it as dark as it looks like? Maybe it's not quite that dark, but I just want to tap some of that just at the end and middle, apparently. Okay, it's more purple than I was expecting. Ooh, that is pretty though. Ooh, very pretty. Okay, and I think I'm gonna go back into that Familiar color. I'm just gonna put a little bit of that underneath my waterline. It does have a little bit of shimmer to it. It's a really pretty neutral color. Oh, I am seeing a little bit of fallout on my face from some of the shimmers. It's not bad, but it's there. Okay, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this color. I don't think you will. It's kind of like the color of my skin. It just blends in a little bit, that's okay. But I think I am gonna go into, let's go back into Occult, and I'm just gonna put some of that underneath my waterline. Okay, it's a very purpley pinky look. I am a fan, and I know it needs something else. It needs some eyeliner, it needs some mascara to really wrap it all together. I'm gonna go ahead and put those on and be right back. Okay, here is the look with eyeliner and mascara. I ended up pulling out my, let's see, what is this called? Eyeliner, gel eyeliner pot from Lethal. This is in the color Phase. I use this on my bottom lashes. I actually got this in the mystery bag, and I just thought it was so pretty that I had to use it, and I thought it was kind of perfect for this look. So that's what's on my bottom lash. You probably can't even see. You're like, what is that? I don't know, but this is the look. And I will say, this is what I have been loving lately, okay? This is exactly what I have been loving lately. So really happy with how the look turned out. We'll talk more about it later. I just really want to put this highlighter on my face, and the cats have knocked it off my desk, so let me go retrieve it. Okay, so just so you get an idea, it is very, very soft, which worries me a little bit. But that's what it looks like. And it's really, really pretty. Like, now look at my finger. Look how pretty that is. And let's see how this looks on my cheeks. Let's see, is this gonna, the reason that I was a little worried with it being so soft is I don't see it picking up on a brush super well. No, it's going, okay. Okay, this has a little cover on it. What am I trying to do? It's been a weird day today. I keep seeing this video pop up on a couple different platforms, and it makes me cry every time, but it's the Liverpool football team, and they're taking out this kid named Isaac, and he's a big fan, And it seems like maybe possibly something like Make-A-Wish, something like that. And this kid is just having the time of his life, and he's like so respectful towards the players, and they all seem super sweet and happy to see him. And it's, I don't know, dude, that kind of stuff always gets me. I cannot take, how are you supposed to take the plastic off of this? Okay, the struggle is real. I literally have a mirror on my lap, so we're gonna use that. I just want to make sure that we are getting this on my face, and we are. Okay, I have to get some on my nose too, but hopefully you are seeing that like really pink reflect that this has, because it is very, very pretty. My go-to highlighter used to be any sort of pink. Any shade of pink for a highlighter was what I wanted, but I've been moving more towards icy whites lately, but this is, I feel like, a good mix of the two. So for $49, do we think this palette was a success? I am completely blanking on how much the highlighter was, but I'll put it up on screen in case you're curious. But let's talk about the Spellcraft palette, because I am actually really impressed. I feel like they have changed their formula since the last time I bought anything from them, because I didn't feel the same way as I felt before, where the products were really powdery. I did not get like any kick up in the pan. There's a little bit, there always is. I mean, that's normal with mattes, right? But there's no like puff of powder that you will sometimes get with mattes. And I just thought everything went on really well. I applied it like you would apply a pressed pigment, so pressing it into the skin versus trying to like heavily blend it out. I think the shimmers were really nice. Like this one looks so unassuming, occult, but it definitely has a bunch of pink in it. And I can't even see that super well in the palette. Maybe you can see it on camera. Maybe it's not even showing up on camera. I don't know, but I was really impressed with that particular shimmer. We only used two of the shimmers, Occult we used and Conjure we used. And Conjure was another one that was a surprise because it's got all these different colored little flecks in it. It's got some green, it's got some purple, and it looks like it's on a really deep base, but the base color seems more of a gray versus like a true black. So I actually like that a little bit better. I probably will use it more because it's not as dark as I was originally worried it was going to be. This color story. I am into the purples. I am into the purpley pinks. I am into the more neutral shades. I love this color story. So I am so happy that the look turned out really, really well. And then just for fun, let's talk about the Avatar, The Last Airbender. This is the White Lotus highlighter. I think the color is so pretty. Now, I will say it is very, very soft. I'm really happy that this arrived to me in one piece because the powder itself, when I touch it, it comes up in like, kind of like clouds. It's not like a smooth glide. It's like puffy. Does that make sense? Tell me if this doesn't make sense, but you know, if you have swatched a highlighter like this, it's very, very soft. Sometimes it's a little harder to apply and get on your skin, but I'm really happy to say that it applied great with a blush. I think if you want a deeper, more impactful color, you could definitely go in with your finger. Yeah, like look at that with the finger. That's kind of intense. So it's so soft that using a really stiff brush is gonna be the best way to get this on your face. And my brush wasn't that stiff, so it didn't pick up quite as much of the color. But now we're seeing, look at that. So pink. I love it. It's so pretty. I will say I typically like a really kind of refined highlighter where you're not getting like chunks of shimmer in it. This one does have some larger kind of shimmer particles in it. So that's something kind of to notate. Notate? That's a word. Yeah, that's a word. But I still really actually like it. It works. It works. I don't know. I just really like that vibrant kind of neon pinky color. So I am definitely a fan of this color. Overall, I'm just so happy that I have picked up something from Lethal Cosmetics. I actually got these during Black Friday. So they have been sitting to the side of my desk waiting to be reviewed, and I finally got around to it. I'm so glad I did because these are gorgeous. These are fantastic. These are some great launches from 2024. So I'm glad that even though it's 2025, we ended 2024 on a good launch note. I hope you enjoyed this video and this review. If you did, please let me know down below. Let me know if you've tried anything from Lethal Cosmetics lately. I feel like it's a brand that I don't hear too much from lately, but I am really impressed with this launch, so hopefully we see more from them soon. And if you haven't, please hit that like and subscribe button. It would mean the world to me as we continue to grow my tiny channel together. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!